There's gonna be this moment. Maybe it's already happened to you. When you suddenly realize you're 28 and it feels like yesterday you were just 18. Like literally yesterday. You sit there crashing your head, wondering how an entire decade just vanished into thin air. It's wild, right? Your life suddenly gets divided into these weird categories of before and after. And you can't quite put your finger on when everything shifted. The thing is, nothing really changes overnight. But somehow everything feels different. You look at old photos, those blurry, pixelated disasters we took on our crappy flip phones. And it's like looking at a completely different person. The fury of youth, that raw energy and reckless confidence you had at 18, it starts to mellow out. Not in a bad way, just different. And then the nostalgia hits like a freight train. Certain scents will transport you straight back to childhood. You'll smell something random like fresh out grass or your mom's perfume, and boom, you're 8 years old again. Those friends you used to talk to every single day, now you haven't spoken in years. And when you do see them, those casual hangouts have somehow turned into proper reunions. Even your mom's burnt pie, the one you used to complain about as a kid, suddenly becomes the best damn food you've ever tasted. Here's where it gets real though. As you stand at 28, looking back at those 10 years, you may feel this crushing weight of expectations, both society's and your own. Some days, you'll struggle to point to tangible achievements that justify a whole decade of existence. You think about all those big plans you had at 18, all those dreams and goals, and wonder what the hell you've been doing with your life. But hold up, let me tell you something important. Life isn't just measured in achievements and Instagram-worthy milestones. It's not about the fancy job title, the perfect relationship, or the six-figure salary you thought you've had by now. The real magic happens in the invisible growth, the quiet learnings, the subtle shifts in how you see the world. Those years weren't wasted just because they didn't follow your teenage blueprint of success. Think about it. You've learned how to handle heartbreak, how to navigate friendships that fade, how to bounce back from failures. You figured out what you actually like versus what you thought you should like. You've probably discovered that adulting is way harder than anyone warned you about, but you're doing it anyway. I know there are days when that knot forms in your chest. That typo of should haves and could haves. It sits there like a stone, making it hard to breathe, hard to feel okay about where you are right now. We all get that knot. It's made up of all the paths we didn't take, all the opportunities we missed, all the versions of ourselves we thought we become by now. But here's what I want you to do when that happens. And this is gonna sound simple, but bear with me. Remember to breathe. Seriously. Take a deep breath. Let it fill your lungs, and then let it go along with some of that pressure you're putting on yourself. Step outside into the sunlight. Feel the warmth on your skin. And remember something crucial. You're still becoming. You're not a finished product at 28. Hell, you're not a finished product at 38, 48, or 78. You're constantly evolving, constantly growing, constantly writing new chapters of your story. The sunlight reminds you that there's still time, there's still possibility, there's so much life ahead of you. Because here's the thing, time doesn't stop. Tomorrow whisper of 38, and that decade will slip through your fingers just as fast if you spend too long looking backward. I'm not saying don't reflect or learn from your past, but don't get stuck there. Don't let the regret of your 20s steal the potential of your 30s. Live in the now. Embrace this imperfect present moment with all its messiness and uncertainty. Understand that These moments, too, the ones you're living right now, will someday be the memories that make your heart ache with beautiful nostalgia. Future you will look back at 28 the same way current you looks back at 18. Your story isn't just about the milestones you've hit or missed. It's about how you've learned to navigate the space between who you were and who you're becoming. And that space, that's where all the real growth happens. That's where you develop character, resilience, and wisdom. The beauty lies not in fighting time's passage, but in dancing with it, finding grace in the transformation from youth to experience, from that wild certainty you had at 18 to the more nuanced wisdom you're developing now. From dreaming about your future to actively creating it one messy, imperfect day at a time. At 28, you're not just a collection of past moments gathering dust. You're a bridge between the fire of 18 and the promise of 38. You're carrying the best parts of who you were while making room for who you're becoming. And every breath, every moment, every choice you make is part of that magnificent journey. So if you're sitting there at 28, or any age really, feeling like time got away from you, cut yourself some slack. Those 10 years taught you things you couldn't learn any other way. They shaped you, challenged you, and prepared you for what's coming next. Don't waste the present mourning the past or fearing the future. Step outside. Feel that sun on your face. And remember, you're exactly where you need to be, becoming exactly who you're meant to become. The best is yet to come, and your story is far from over. Until next time, keep dancing with time and stay limitless. Thank you.